And welcome everyone, thank you very much for joining me today on my latest LFC Fan Daily News. As you can see, we've been linked with a tricky centre mid in Rabiot. I'm going to get all your opinions, so if you're watching this live or if you're watching this after, drop your comments in the comment section below and I'll feature them if you're commenting on them after. I'll drop them in my video tomorrow, so get in all your thoughts on the French 23-year-old central midfielder anyway. But I've got your other stats and everything involved, where he plays, where he best plays, and all the latest lowdowns on him. Mohamed Salah apparently ignoring a fan after the match yesterday. Got that latest story anyway. Virgil van Dijk, the little stats that back up how important he has been for Liverpool Football Club. Only a little bit, but when I was reading into these stats on Virgil van Dijk when he's joined the football club, they're mad, absolutely mad, and they're very warranted of his huge transfer fee anyway. So I've got that coming in up today as well. And Virgil van Dijk, and a bit of news on Clavan as well. Obviously Neil Jones and a lot of the well-respected journalists have been talking about Clavan's possible departure from the football club. But everyone, thank you for tuning in. If you like this content and if you like Liverpool Football Club, make sure you drop a subscribe on the video and put your bell notification on as well, because I'm going to be doing a lot more live shows and Liverpool watch-alongs when I'm not going to match. So yeah, everyone, welcome, and let's just quickly dive into the comment section below before we start. Let's see who we've got in today. There we go. What is it one? Let's get me comments up. But yeah, let's just get these up, everyone. But yeah, we've got in Louis. Hey, how you doing, mate? Wouldn't mind him, Jack. Good player, Rabiot. LJW, we are being used to get a better contract. That's from LJ. What's up, Jack? Liverpool. No, not Clavan. From X Trinity. Louis, absolute legend, mate. And but we're being used to get a better contract, mate. It's who's that by? LJ. I wouldn't really necessarily put it down to that, mate. He's obviously a staunched Liverpool fan, and I've got his Instagram post up in a little second, which I'll get up, mate, later on in the episode. But loads of players do it in Europe, mate, don't they, in terms of trying to gauge and get a better contract. I'm doubting he's not on pennies at PSG. Any player that is at PSG anyway, the French international, he come through obviously Toulouse, and PSG signed him when he brought him to the football club. But we'll find out, mate. Hopefully it's not, because by all accounts he's an absolute, he loves Liverpool. So we'll dive into like all the stats and everyone, so stay tuned for that. But we'll start off really with obviously this one from LFC Transfer Room. So the news originates, they've put on their tweet, but citing from L'Equipe, Liverpool are hoping to land Rabiot on a pre-contract agreement in January with a view to him joining next summer on a free. And then the follow up that with, there we go, a follow up tweet. The French newspaper claims that Rabiot has just 1 year left on his current deal at Paris Saint-Germain, and he will be allowed to speak to Premier League and La Liga clubs following the turn of the year. So everyone, let me know your thoughts, get them in the comment section below. But firstly, we're off the back of that, obviously, LFC Transfer Room, if you're not following me on Twitter, as you always say, quality Twitter account, well run, and the Big Reds as well. And we're going to, obviously, there we go, the tweet that he done on his Instagram a couple of months back when we were in the Champions League. He's a very big Liverpool fan, and he's, as you can see there, he's got the eye star emojis. So he doesn't hide the fact that he's a Liverpool fan anyway. There's a lot of probably like, there's a lot of football players that are probably big Liverpool fans. I think I remember Adrien Rabiot, the ex-Barcelona and Turkish international. He was always wanting to move, especially when he was at Atletico Madrid. He was always a player that was getting linked to Liverpool. But hopefully we'll see if Rabiot is potentially one of those players, basically like Chor and that would like a move, but in realistic terms it might not come off. But it makes sense, everyone, doesn't it? We'll get to your comments in a second, everyone. But in terms of his age category. We'll look at the stats now. Is Rabiot's stats is coming from a transfer market. Leave the links and everything in the description. There we go. Apologies. There we go, everyone. So this is on transfermarket.com. As you can see, he's 23 years old. He's the height of 1.91 meters, so very tall indeed. He's 23 years old. His main positions, as you can see there, are his central mid and his central defensive positional play. And the similar terms of ability-wise, Transfer Market have linked him with Naby Keita, obviously the exact same age as Rabiot and Tolisso from Bayern Munich, and obviously the other ex-Schalke central midfielder Leon Goretzka. So similar players around that age, and obviously he's a French international. He's made 6 appearances and he made 17 appearances for the under-21s, scoring 1 goal as well. His transfer market value has gone up as well. He has won 4 Ligue 1 titles. Is that the French FA Cup? Yeah, he's a French Cup winner 3 times, so he's a French League Cup winner 4 times, and obviously he's a French Super Cup winner 3 times as well. So we're going to the second page now in terms of his statistical breakdown as a player. As we've already alluded to in terms of his positional play, everyone. 1 second, everyone's get his data up here. All seasons. There we go. Just give us 1 second, everyone. Apologies. Get his stats up from last season. So we'll go off the stats in terms of how well he performed last season, everyone. As you can see, that's last season, isn't it? Yep. So he's from Toulouse. Obviously, he's played. There we go, everyone. Why is that not there? There we go. Is that showing? There we go. It's loading. But yeah, basically from last season, everyone. Why is that not come up? Apologies, everyone. Give us 1 second. Love it when you go live. There we go. So that is the season. Yeah. So that's the season of 2018. So he played 33 games and then obviously scored 1 goal. And then in terms of his breakdown, positional wise, central midfield, he played 31 games, scoring 4 goals and assisting 4. Defensive midfielder, in terms of when he has played that position, he has played in 19, scored 1, and then assisted 3. Everyone. So I'll get to your comments now. Would you like to take him, everyone? That's the big talking point, really, everyone. I'll get to your comments now, but by all accounts, from all those stats and the similarities in terms of the players he's been linked in terms of similarities, everyone. Let me know your thoughts. I'm gonna get your comments up now. I'm J20, but changed my name. Virgil van Dijk is a solid centre back, and we're getting on terms of that, mate. Nice one, mate. What happened with Salah? I'll let you know, mate. Externally, this is coming up in the latest episode, so I'll be talking about that in a little second. Everyone's getting your thoughts on Rabiot. Here we go with a left wing back up. But yeah, Trinity's talked about De Bruyne supporting us as well, mate. He's I'd like him. For me personally, I'll read all your comments as well, everyone. Michael said, he's so hyped. I've watched him a load of times. He's like a little boy on the pitch. Nothing like Keita has so lightweight anyway. In terms of his nice one, Michael. Anyway, in terms of his, that was from the transfermarket.com. Anyway, there's probably a lot of views if he's watched a bit more Ligue 1 football. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. But I just thought I'd bring it to you. I'd like him personally, because if you're getting him on a free transfer, if it is the case, and he doesn't sign his new contract, and he's a big Liverpool fan, the more quality. The lads at PSG, one of the top teams in the European football. They played quite well in Europe over the last couple of seasons until they've come up against the big boys, similar to Barcelona. But yeah, he's a very good player, everyone, and he's only young. The very exact same age as Keita, and if there's one manager in Europe that'll get the best out of the best young talent, it's Jurgen Klopp, isn't it, everyone? We all know that, everyone. So we'll go on. So nice one for that. As always, continue to drop your comments in after. But we'll get on to the Mohamed Salah story now, everyone. This is coming from... you'll probably go on Twitter after this story anyway, but there was a video circulating on social media. If you haven't seen it, you'll definitely find out once because I brought it up to your attention. Now, I don't know where it is, but I'll try and link it to you in the description after the show. But it's come from... Oh, what are they doing? Where's that gone? Mohamed Salah, there you go. So as you can see, Mo Salah is a nice guy. Whoever this is what in the video that it comes from. Mo Salah is a nice guy. Biggest myth in football fans are the reason he's got a career. He can at least pay them a bit of respect. Right, my thoughts on this. When you watch the video, this fella is chasing down. I think this is very reminiscent of why Liverpool clamped down in terms of, if you're not aware, the players are all told not to sign stuff because there is people out there that like blend themselves into be football fans. It's not just Liverpool, it's at Man United, City and everywhere around the English football. There is people that try and get merchandise signed and then flog on the actual merchandise online or wherever, and they're not really necessarily getting them for their sole purpose. So if you wanted something to get signed for you personally, you'd probably just go, yeah, go ahead. But this fella in the video absolutely chases Mohamed Salah down. Mohamed Salah's with his family in the car, and yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous anyway. So that's what the newspapers are probably blowing up into. Like in the next couple of hours, they'll be like, oh, Mohamed Salah's blanking Liverpool fans and all that. No, absolutely no. He's in his car, he's with his family, the game's finished. He's probably knackered as well, which he would be. But really, everyone, don't look too much into that, everyone. And then we're going to the Virgil van Dijk stats as well. It's come from Bet365 on their Twitter accounts. I love this. Since making his Liverpool debut, no Liverpool player has kept more clean sheets in the Premier League than Virgil van Dijk. The Reds haven't conceded a league goal at Anfield since February, since his introduction, everyone. I love Virgil van Dijk, and as we all seen from yesterday, he was screaming at the defence, and when it went to he's the only person on that pitch that you can actually hear. Obviously Jordan Henderson was on the bench against West Ham, but Joe, when you're sitting watching Liverpool, whether you're in the stadium or when you're watching it in the pub or whatever, you're screaming at the team, just push forward. Well, Virgil van Dijk is us when we're screaming at the telly, when like the team does sit back a bit too much. Yesterday he was screaming at them, get out, and he's so organised. That's why he's potentially, like a lot of us are questioning him being the future Liverpool captain. Everyone, let me know your thoughts on that. And we'll finally conclude on last two stories. Clavan, this comes from Neil Jones as well, everyone. Absolute legends. Thank you for getting involved. Continue to get your comments in as well. This video will be getting uploaded anyway, so you can rewind it. This comes from Neil Jones. Liverpool will consider offers for Clavan before the end of the month, everyone. In terms of, I'm a bit surprised. I'd love Clavan to stay, because most importantly really for squad depth, everyone. Liverpool's trying to could be scolded as a part of squad clear out, everyone. There has been a lot of talk in terms of him not being in the squad, a supposed injury anyway. That's what I was under the influence of him being, but apparently by all accounts from what is coming out from Neil and a lot of the journalists, Liverpool obviously were doing a clear out in terms of players. The European transfer market's still open anyway, so players can leave the football club or in the Premier League. But Clavan, I want him to stay because he's a very experienced head, not necessarily of the standard of Virgil van Dijk, but you need those experienced heads, and especially if you're looking at Joel Matip, how long he's going to be out for, if he's going to continue to get his injuries. Joe Gomez has got a history of injuries in terms of him being a professional footballer. So, for me, I would like him to stay, everyone. But most importantly, looking at the bench and the last story, everyone, from in terms of yesterday, are just the squad depth in which we can talk about. I'll read off the bench anyway, everyone. Where's the... one second, everyone. Yeah, so we've got yesterday's bench from... In 2005, this was... in October 2015, we had on the bench then Adam Bogdan, Torre, Randall, Taxera, Allen, Sinclair and Ibe, and yesterday on the bench against West Ham. This just is a huge indication of how far we have come as a football club. Karius, Fabinho, Klein, Henderson, Lallana, Shaqiri and Sturridge. Complete rebuild in 3 years. That's come from Joe Rasnach, his tweet as well, but basically highlighting the inevitable squad depth in which we built as a football club over the last 3 years. It's amazing, everyone. Just let me get your quotes up, your comments up, everyone, and then we'll have to shoot anyway. But thank you for getting involved, everyone. Let's get to your comments. But if you've just joined now, everyone, this will be getting uploaded. So obviously you've missed a couple of the stories, but we've talked about Virgil van Dijk, Salah, bit of Rabiot, the new French centre mid that we've been getting linked with, everyone. So stay tuned and just rewind that. Rabiot is class. Let's get to all your comments. Make sure I've read every single one of your comments, everyone. X-Trinity, yeah, of course we can win the league, mate, if we continue playing the way we have. Alright, Sean, LFC Football Talk. Much love, Jack and Naby Keita. Wow. Nice one, mate. If you're not following Sean over at Liverpool Football Talk, he runs a fantastic YouTube channel where he reacts. The best reactions on YouTube in terms of Liverpool. They definitely go over. They are amazing. I love them. This is coming from Shanghai. Rabiot is class. If we get him for free, it's an absolute bargain. We have already had Fabinho in his place. Sanga, if you've just joined, mate, we talked about his positional play. He's mainly a central midfielder first off, but he has got the ability to adapt into that central defensive area. But when we look at Liverpool's players and squad players, they're very adept at changing the positions, and if a player does drop out in terms of injuries, if you're in a match in the Premier League, it's great to have players that are very comfortable in a variety of positions. So it's very similar in terms of, we've seen it in Naby Keita. Fabinho can play everywhere, and Rabiot can do exactly the same if we did bring him in. But let me know your thoughts on that, mate. So if he was a CDM, he can play centre mid as well, which is his main position, mate. You can never ever have enough good players, and the more good players Liverpool have got, the more chance of silverware we have got. GD, Azza, how you doing, Azza? I was waiting to say that. Thank you, said Kate. I hasn't seen the footage. Ajax Barrett. Alright, Presbino, how you doing, mate? Michael, if you say yes 100 times and say no, yeah. Connor, yeah, Salah had to be told to stop signing stuff and taking selfies with the fans after the game in Dublin because he was there for so long. Anyone who thinks he's humble is an idiot. That's from Connor. Crosby, mate, as you said, mate, and Liverpool released a statement very much last year. It wasn't just in Dublin, mate. A lot of the players, and it was probably a big stir up anyway, but it is very, I said it in the video earlier, mate, the players, and there's probably merchandise people out there that just want their merchandise sold and are not necessarily fans of the football club. They're just wanting to line their back pocket anyway. So that's why the football club, all those couple of months ago, did release that statement anyway. But yeah, you're absolutely spot on, mate. I watched Liverpool transfer talk. Bobby, good lad. Make sure I just try and get all your comments, mate. He's a good role model and the backup. Yeah, very much so, mate. We need to sell Origi and Markovic. That's from Perez Firmino. I think those two, mate, will be very much going out the window, as we talked about before. Origi, when he was at Wolfsburg last season, you would expect him, but would you keep Origi? He would offer a bit more pace into Liverpool's attack, but we've already spoke about the bench, haven't we? Just then, it'd be very hard stretched, and there's probably a lot of fringe players in terms of that squad that are wanting to move because they're looking at that bench and you're like, to the players that, no discredit to them, are not good enough, they're going to be looking at the bench from yesterday and like, am I going to get ahead of Shaqiri if they're attacking players? or Daniel Sturridge, and the question is, and the answer is no, they're not going to get ahead of them because they're not, frankly, good enough, and they're not playing in the current form in which they want to be in, everyone. So, as an Everton fan, I can sit here and agree to say Liverpool are the best team in the Premier League. Adam, spot on, mate. That's what I love. A very top Evertonian, mate, in the comment section below. Very level-headed. All the best to Everton, mate, as well. Is Chelsea's one? But I heard you. I'm gone. Just try and get to all you. Right, there's apologies. I am reading out your comments. Don't really have to shoot in a second, but we would have Kaiser, Lallana, Henderson, Fabinho, Rabiot, and a few more. That is squad depth, mate. That is absolute squad depth, mate. Stubby boss. We do not need another midfielder. We need another world-class centre back. Muzet, we do, mate, but we can have another centre mid as well. Time will tell anyway in terms of the overall squad depth. But yesterday was a huge improvement from where we've come from as a football club. Hopefully we win the league this season. It's going to be a very difficult task anyway, but it's going to be an exciting season ahead, everyone. And thank you very much, everyone, for getting involved in the chat and the live debate anyway. If you're watching this live or if you're watching this after, make sure you drop a like on the video and drop a subscribe on the channel as well. I will get to all your comments in the comment section below. And for the comments that are talking about Rabiot and a couple of other stories, I will drop them and drop them in tomorrow's episode as well. So make sure to get involved. And everyone, have a quality rest of your day. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And if any news breaks in terms of anything, I'll be here first anyway. But you'll never walk alone, everyone. And ta-da. See you later, everyone.